first shout out, Tony Finau.
There you go.
Bogey 366 to win.
There you go.
It was the 6th PGA Tour event he won. Shout out Tony Finau. What else was on my mind? I had the second thing that was on my mind. Oh, Alex goddamn Jenkins hit a plus 65, plus 650 parlay, baby. Clap it up again. Clap it up again. I was like, what the fuck? I want to shout out too. Yes, sir. 100 to win. What was it? 700?
Yeah, 100, 100 650.
Both the Game 7 dogs you
Both
took?
Game 7 dogs.
Yes,
Panthers in Boston and then
Yes, sir.
Seattle in Avalanche. We actually live on TikTok. Spoke to Chetty that night. Freezer Tarp. Shout out. That was crazy. I mean, I needed a little bit of that. It's not like I've been down. It's just like I've been like betting smaller units.
We could all use a plus 700 cash.
Yeah, and like I just wanted like I just wanted a hit there. And then obviously, having 3 Game 7s in 2 days was just electric for the sport and the playoffs. But for the Bruins' sake, I mean, we have to call this a failure of a season. And what did we say when we spoke about the Bruins last week and the weeks prior? They walk the walk, but they're going to have to talk the talk. And any team that you think about in recent history, let's go to the Warriors 73-9 season, when you have that much pressure, you are lying to yourself if you sat there and didn't think that this team had that pressure.
Well, even when
they felt it.
When we were watching the game, they put up the graphic. Was it the last 9 or 10 Presidents Trophy winners? Didn't win Stanley Cup or whatever it was. Or
right.
What was the last team that won the Stanley Cup that won the President's Trophy? Was it the Blackhawks, I believe? Like 2012, 2013 season?
Right.
So, like, I mean, my theory, people are going to hate who actually watch hockey, but my puck on ice theory is just, but like, I don't know. I personally watched the Boston Bruins before just choke with the Flyers. Like, my only real memory watching Boston Bruins hockey a lot is them choking leads.
Yeah.
Went down 2-0 in the Game 7, but I don't know. Like, how does that shit happen in hockey so consistently? Because when you watch these teams in the regular season, they literally look unbeatable. Like, they're getting minus 300s versus like teams that are top in the conference, winning 4-1. Like, all right, like I'll tune into this Boston Bruins game. Like, they're up 3-1 already, first period. Like, and in the first playoff series, you just look like shit. Like, how does this happen time and time? Is it game planning? Do you put too much on these guys? Like, first of all, do these teams go for the President's Cup as like harder than they should? Like, when they like after the season's over, like when it comes to hockey, you'll hear about all the goddamn injuries when the season's over. So are these guys playing through a shit ton of injuries to be the points leader of the season, then to lose round 1 or round 2? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I actually don't know. Like,
yeah, well, we remember back in recent history, that was the Tampa Bay Lightning years back, and they got swept by Columbus in the first round. Now, for the Bruins' sake, I mean, they were up 3-1 in the series, so you have to give an immense amount of credit to the Panthers being down 3-1 to, again, a Bruins team that set records this season. So, I mean, if you're the Bruins, like, this is a fucking failure. And I'm going to say it again.
Yeah, not that Giannis shit.
You can't say that, like, these players didn't feel that pressure. Like, you guys were up 3-2, and then with a minute to go in the game, you let up, and Panthers had their net pulled, so they got 6 guys, 6-on-5, and with a minute to go, they tie the game, and then they lose in overtime. And it was a really tough goal to let go in there to lose in overtime. But the Bruins, I mean, we got top teams that are out now, and this was a road as we kind of switch over to the Rangers. This was a road for the Rangers to be successful. Tampa's gone, the Avalanche are gone in the West, the Bruins are gone in the East, and then they go up 2-0. In a fucking series at the Prudential Center and have 2 games up 2 at MSG, and they lose Game 3 and they lose Game 4. We talk about the adjustment that the Devils made in Game 3 and Game 4, the pressure at the blue line, and then all the Rangers have to do was they just had to get 1 at home. Devils look better. They put in Akira Schmid, the 22-year-old.
Schmid was hooping. I don't know shit.
I gotta give him credit.
I don't know shit fuck about hockey, but that save he had, it was 2-zip. On the, who was it? Was a slap shot?
And it was a glove save.
Perfect slap shot.
Yeah.
How the fuck did he see it or scoop that?
That's what I said. I watched. I said, how did he see that?
Like, he did hoop. But one thing I will say, I don't know shit fuck about hockey. But whenever I watched and the Rangers lose, especially the one time I was here when I watched it with y'all, and then Game 7 and other games y'all lost, like, they just look tremendously offensively challenged when they get past the blue line. They can't keep the ball. They can't keep the ball. Look at me. Can't keep the puck in the Devils zone. Is that more the Devils or is that more the Rangers being dog shit on offense?
That's more the Devils, in my opinion. They just pressed them better. They outskated them. They clearly wanted it more. I mean, obviously I said the Bruins was a failure, but the Rangers, this is a fucking failure. What was the point of getting Patrick Kane? What was the point of getting Vladimir Tarasenko? And again, back to this, like, you're lying to yourself bullshit that I've been saying so far. You are lying to yourself if you're a Rangers fan and you didn't think that this was cup or bust. It entirely was. And you can't say that it wasn't. Patrick Kane's probably gone. Your top 6 guys are able to score 10 goals, outscore the Devils 10-2 in games 1 and 2, and then go silent. Artemi Panarin had 0 goals and 2 assists in 7 games. Alexi Lafreniere, the number one pick in the draft, had 0 points and 0 assists, 0 goals, 0 across the fucking board for 7 games.
He was getting cardio in. That was it.
That's it. You got fourth liners that are doing more work than lines 1 and 2. What the fuck? And for Igor Shesterkin, I cannot imagine what he is feeling. What else am I supposed to do? I have to bail you motherfuckers out. Time in and time out again. I don't get it. I don't get it. You have Adam Fox last night in the press conference saying, yeah, I feel bad for Igor. I feel like we kind of let him down. Kind of. There's no goal support. You guys had 3 power plays in the first period alone. They were getting gifted tripping calls. Gifted.
On
and you got
of
nothing.
Goal support. Like I said, I don't know shit fuck about hockey, but I'm watching Igor constantly get 3-on-2s, 2-on-1s, making great save after great save. Really, damn near like pulling his groin when the Devils made it 3-0. Damn near pulling his groin to try to get there to save it. Like anything I saw, he was doing everything, making incredible save after incredible save. And like the game 7, I'm pretty sure at a point in the third period, his shots were like 21-21. But the shot quality, like from the Devils, the quality shots they were getting compared to the Rangers was insane. I'm sorry, brother. I was actually happy. One of the first times I was really happy for New York team doing their thing. I don't mind the Rangers. Maybe because I'm not into the Flyers as much, but
I mean, just what a waste.
Maybe
of a,
maybe I'll hate them soon. We'll see.
What a waste, an absolute waste of a quote unquote star-studded lineup. And everyone's bitching,
My guy Panarin, though, 2 assists the whole series
and no goals, nothing. He's the this year. Second highest paid player in the league, over $11.5 million this season, and absolutely great. Not taking anything away. He had a great regular season, and it just is taken away and outweighed by a disgusting performance in the playoffs in the first round. Again, the team was up 2-0. We were talking about a possible sweep.
I mean, yeah, it was looking bad.
Devils literally just made the correct adjustments. They obviously put in Schmid, but
shout out 21-year-old Jack Hughes too. I mean, damn.
Facts.
Going down 2-0.
I mean, for Schmid's sake, he didn't look that. He looked good, but like the Rangers weren't testing him. He gets tested in Game 6 at MSG and lets up 5. And I mean, that's where I was like, look, finally, see what happens when you get tested? You're mid. And then he just proved me completely wrong. And he played out of his mind in Game 7, and that's what they needed. But for the Rangers, they looked slow, flat-footed, soft, and they got outskated.
What did you think about that fucking hit? Oh my God, how did I almost forget about that? That is what I watch hockey for, because I hate, can we first of all, okay, I have one thing I want the NHL to actually revise when it comes to playoffs. Can we just limit the penalties for fighting? Because they don't be trying to mix.
Right, because it's 5 minutes.
Keandre Miller was going, who was he going to fight? Oh my God.
It was after Igor got knocked on his ass.
Yes, on his ass.
Which was a fucking penalty, by the way.
If this is a regular season game, Keandre's just giving him 5 right there. I'm like, just because they're not trying to take the penalty, can we just...
And then he still got a roughing penalty for 2 minutes.
He probably should have, but I don't know shit fuck, but I think he probably should have, but I just wish they let the guys fight a little bit more, but that hit was insane.
Look, the captain was trying to get the team back in it.
The thing about hockey that is actually dope about hockey, the announcers are I think that's a clean one. He was going center of the body. He was, but so you can peep sometimes in other sports that shall not be named. They be trying to get guys kicked out the game and he hit. I'm like, I like that hockey coach. They're like, nah, that's a clean one. Let that one go. I was like, yeah, hockey, because they said that's a point for the good guys.
They kept he kept his elbow tucked in, so there was no movement of the elbow to get elbowing.
Is he okay?
Yeah, I mean they shook hands. They actually hugged at the end of the game because they're going down the handshake line because they lost.
I didn't think Buddy was gonna move, bro.
I know. I thought he was gonna have to get a card.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But he actually went by Trouba, and there's a video, and they shook hands and they hugged each other, and it was kind of just the tweet that I saw of this video was this is why we like. Can
we clap it up for hockey? Yeah, I want to say
that's part of the reason why we like it. But it was a clean hit. It was just look, you're coming into the offensive zone not against the boards or anything, just an open ice, and your head's just looking down. I mean, this is what they say when you're learning hockey as a kid. When you're skating in open ice, you got to keep your head up. And Trouba just came in with a lot of steam, and it ended up being a lot of shoulder to the head, which is why in other sports that's called. But for hockey, it's not like he was aiming upwards. The elbow didn't flare outside for either an elbowing or a charging penalty. But Trouba, the captain of the Rangers, tried to get him back in it, and clearly that didn't work. Igor Shesterkin, a fantastic season, career high in wins this year. Sorry, your top six did not want to fucking show up in the playoffs besides game 1 and 2. And I guess, this is why I tweeted last night on my personal account. I said, this is fucking why sports suck sometimes. This fucking team, I said it earlier. And earlier this year, I said, after the Kane trade, no team's going to beat this team in the 7-game series. And I guess this is why there's 7 games, because it's not only games 1 and 2. Enough about them. Can't wait to talk about these offensive moves and these offseason moves, because Kane's going to fucking go and this team's fucking in shambles. All right, I'm done. Sorry.